YouTube? Bass amp. This is an Ibanez, oh it's heavy, an Ibanez bsa15 bass amplifier. Pretty simple. This is my second attempt to do the video. This camera is just crap, so it just farts if I put it up above or put it up loud, which is what I did last time. So this I got a couple of weeks ago with an Ibanez sound gear bass. I'd imagine it came in some sort of pack. It would have been a bloody heavy pack. So just a wee practice bass amp. It's quite chunky, which I think is probably why it sounds so good. It's quite deep. You know, it's got a big chunky cabinet in it. I don't know, that would be an 8-inch speaker. So if I keep the volume down low, I'm playing through. This is my 1980 Washburn Scavenger bass, which is pretty damn good. I'll try and keep the volume down. It's still quite loud, even at a quarter. So, not an awful lot going on in the front panel, to be honest. It's got a 3-band EQ, bass, middle and treble, and a volume. As I said, volume, it's a 15, so I'd imagine it's got to be 15 watt, doesn't it? But talk about usefulness, it's great. See, for sitting in the house practicing or playing along with the TV or even with your pals, it can easily cope with, you know, 3 or 4, which I've done quite a few times. 3 or 4 blasting, you know, playing electrics and stuff and acoustics, totally fine for that. I wouldn't bother using it for gigging. I don't think it's not, unless you were using a DI box. It'd be fine for a, if you had a DI splitter, so you were DIing into the PA and then you were using this as a monitor, it'd be good for that. What I did notice, see, when you sit in front of it, it's an awful lot. I'm sitting here beside it, so the sound's all coming out here and going into the camera and making it fart, rather than actually pointing towards me. So if you point it towards yourself, it sounds great. At 12 o'clock, which I found when I was doing the last video, if you turn the bass up just a wee notch and then turn these down a little bit, the mid and treble down a little bit, it sounds exactly like one, but this would be more for your funking and slapping. Unlike a lot of guitar amps, because it's a bass amp, it's got lots of headroom on it, so see when you've got it at this really low volume, it sounds exactly the same as it does when you turn it up. It's just louder. Well, it doesn't even really sound louder. I'd imagine it's just if you're playing along with somebody, you could drown someone out. So it's like a really clean sound. This is just going to fart if I do that. I'd imagine the camera probably just gave up at that point. Just a wee bit more bass on it. So that's the bass at sort of 2 or 3 o'clock in the bass. Cut the treble, the middle down to 9 o'clock. Treble down to 9 o'clock. Oh no, you need the treble. You need a bit more than that. in here than my, see the Stag 60 watt bass amp I've got over there in the corner. It's 60 watts, so it's just, that's more of a gigging amp, even though it's quite small. It's kind of, if you run it, you have to run it quite loud at a gig, but it's when you've got it down really low, the same happens with a lot of the high powered amps, you know, something like this Marshall. It's like you are sitting there with the volume control and it's like just trying to turn it up to like less than 1, and then as soon as you hit 1 it's so loud you can't, you know, it makes the room vibrate. So you really, something like this is so much more sensible for if you're going to be playing in the house. It's got a headphone socket on it as well for if you're practicing, but what I'm saying is that it works at, okay, not that's it off, but it's got a really nice tone at a very quiet volume. So I guess this would be like what you would recommend a beginner had, but I mean what I would think it would be more likely used for is somebody like me. When I used to playing bass in a band, I would I'd have my big Marshall here. That's only half of it. I'd have that for doing gigs and stuff like that, but for sitting in the house I would just plug into a guitar amp and have it down really low, and it doesn't sound, you know, it made it louder but it doesn't sound like a bass amp, because guitar amps are a different, guitar amps are much harder. They're they kind of, the frequency shaping, you know, a guitar amp's actually got a sound, whereas a bass amp really just it just gives you a really clean, direct sound of exactly what the bass is. And I bet you could sing through this and it'd be pretty good, and I bet you it'd be good for keyboards as well, because it's, you know, it's so clean, but it's so clean all the way up through the range. 15 watts isn't very much, but because it's only 15 watts and it's designed to run at this sort of speed, it doesn't have volume. It doesn't have like all this the noise that you would normally get. You know, it's pretty much silent. You wouldn't know it was turned on, because it's just running at what it's meant to be doing. I'll not be selling this cheap actually, because, well, I will be selling it cheap, but not if it doesn't go, I'm not giving it away, because it's too handy. It's too nice actually. This is the amp I would use if I didn't have the Project Ray one, which is kind of ruined and hard to sell because I spray painted the name of the band on the front of it because I thought it was cool. I think part of the clean sound that this is doing is because it looks absolutely mint. The bass that I got with it had never been played, so I don't reckon this has ever been used either. It's probably only been on for about an hour since new, so it sounds absolutely brand spanking, and it's a great. So if you're like me and you're in a band playing the bass, or you play the bass and you're playing through some shitty guitar amp or something like that, just in the house, get one of these, man, or get this one. It's doing the sounds that the big amps, I say good amps, the big amps do when they're up at drum kit level, but it's doing it at talkable level, so if you talk at the same time. Sacrifice how little I played this bass. You might have seen how dusty it was before when I picked it up. It's so sensible playing through something like this. Rabbited doing enough. So as I said, this is a bsa15. I don't know what the S stands for. Bass something amplifier 15. Small, but a bit heavy. And if you're talking about carrying it around to someone's house, I always remember I used to take my wee 20-watt practice amp down to my pal Robert's house, which is only about 200 or 300 yards down the road. You think that's fine, but see once you get there, you end up swapping hands every couple hundred yards, and it's like, oh, it's heavy. So, rock and roll. Catch you later.